In today's video, we're going to find out who makes the best phone case for the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, or maybe just the best phone case in general. I bought every phone case from $5 to $55, and we're going to find out which one is actually the best. Should we be spending all of our money on a big expensive phone case, or is the value brand going to be the way to go? So let's go ahead and sort through these. I went through on Amazon and basically just said, hey, this is my phone, and we're going to sort by price, and then we'll go through them all. So they don't quite all fit in the top-down view, but here they are, from $5 all the way up to $55 phone cases. Let's go ahead and start with our cheapest one here. This is the Rest 2 case for $5 on Amazon. Our most affordable option with free shipping, and it is an absolutely clear phone case. We have some ribbed corners for extra protection if you drop it. It's got a little bit of a rainbow effect on it. I don't know if you're, oh yeah, you can definitely see that on there, but you can also see the purple phone itself. So if that's something that matters to you, there you go. That is our $5 phone case. Next is our $10 phone case from Gotan. A little bit more premium packaging, but only because it's got labels, and it's a little bit more rugged. It even has this little slide here, so we can cover your cameras, and it even comes with a built-in kickstand. It does not swivel. Oh, it does swivel. Look at that. Sweet. Let's throw the phone in here. Clicks right in. Does latch in that position here, and you got a little bit of ribbing here to help get it over here. And it also, you can hear it latches over there. We've got some faux looking nuts and bolts. This is all plastic though. It feels like it might have like a hard plastic lining with a softer plastic outer, or almost rubber outer here. We have a kickstand. We'll do a quick test of that. Sits like that. Cool. If we turn it at an angle, that's pretty steep. I wonder, can it sit higher? Yeah, it'll sit higher too. So if you are about the security, this one might be good for you. Next is our $15 phone case from AntShare. This is one I got right when I bought my phone off of Amazon. I thought, yeah, we'll give this one a try. It is a little bit bulky. It does come with glass cleaners, and as well as a protector for your lenses. Has some ribbed buttons here. Yeah, it's also a two-piece case. It's got a hard plastic outer body, and then the soft rubber that hugs your phone itself. And so you put this on there to make it all rigid and hold on there tightly and not slide off of your phone constantly. And then these will go directly over your lenses to protect your lenses from scratches and things like that. Nothing too notable. It is definitely a more rugged case. I wouldn't say terribly more rugged than this one, but it is a little bit more grippy than this one in feel, but only a little bit. And then I accidentally bought two in the $20 price range. So let's look at this first one here. So it does come with a MagSafe pop clip. Hopefully I didn't just break that. That makes me nervous. Is that what it's supposed to do? Maybe it is. You pop that out, and then now you can have like a pop socket style, but not a pop socket because it goes completely flush. So you can use MagSafe, and then even though this isn't an iPhone, it has the MagSafe charger compatible pad, so you can throw that on there. So you can use it like a pop socket on your phone, but also still have wireless charging ability. Let's actually go ahead and test that, because that's kind of the big selling point of that one. That's probably why I got two in the $20 bracket, is because I found this one probably after this one. If you follow me on TikTok, you'll see I actually did a review already of this. This is the Anker Mag Go wireless charger. And so we'll see if, it magnets on and charging. Look at that, that's easy. So if we pull off our MagSafe, or our pop socket attachment as well, it can now use our little alignment tool there. Yeah, it works. She holds on. That's nice. My only question is, will this little not a pop socket work with pop socket mounts? I don't think so, but we're going to test that too. Alright, so there's our first $20 phone case. Let's go ahead and check out our second $20 phone case. It's the same as our $10 phone case here. The only difference now is it has a little stash for your cards. I'm going to put it to the test. I bought it to test it, so we'll test her out here. It's definitely a lot bulkier with this, and you still get that access to the charging. This does slide a lot better than this one. That's kind of interesting how the slide on that is so much nicer when we're doubling the price. It has some texture here to increase your grip with this guy. Even the texture overall, the rubber is a little bit different, feels more premium. And later on we'll test to see how many cards we can actually fit in there to see if it's even useful. Moving right along, I actually posted on my community tab of YouTube here, and I was recommended to get this one. This is the SpyGen one, recommended by Digital David. He says he likes his SpyGen phone cases. 90% recycled paper, that's kind of cool. Alright. And got a really cool looking breathable style texture. And then this says here, remove your film. So this is actually, it's not adhesive, but this is a cooling plate that it's put here to protect it from lint and dust, because you put your phone on here and this becomes a heat sink. That's what happens, is this whole surface here becomes a heat sink for your phone. Go ahead and pop our phone in here, and oh, I like that. It's a very slim and sleek case. Still has some grooving here to make it easy to grab onto. Okay, I like that. It's got a rubberized texture on the outside here, and it's a firmer rubbery plastic on the edges. We're going to continue moving right along. This is the only one so far that we've run into that I found that I recognize the name. I don't know why I know the name Zag, but I think I've seen it before somewhere else. Maybe it was at my local cell phone retailer or something like that. This is probably the most affordable case I got that I could find from this brand. Was a $30 phone case. Sorry, I forgot to tell you. So 20. This one is $25. The SpyGen. And then this is a $30 phone case from Zag. We got a little bit of texture or ribbing on the back here. Bright blue case though. We'll see how we like that. We'll drop our phone in for $30. This is their base phone case. I thought this would be more silicone feeling, but it's much more of a rubbery plastic textured it's not even, I wouldn't even say textured. It's actually quite smooth. And it even says right here, contains recycled materials. So that's kind of cool. So if you're about going green, get a Zag phone case maybe. And maybe you want to make a statement. You can get some serious colors from these ones. Pretty simple phone case though, at $30 though. We'll put this one to the test and see how we like it. Now we're on to our $40 phone case from Nudry. Starting to get a much more premium unboxing experience here. You can tell from just being in a plastic bag to actually being in a box. This guy will pull out here, and this is heavy. Oh, you know why? Because this guy is actually a charging phone case. So if you are always killing the battery on your phone, Nudry has this case. We'll see how we do here. I wonder if it also does wireless charging here. It does. So this right here is wireless charging. Granted, it's not magnetized like Apple. It can still charge wirelessly. That's kind of cool. So let's go ahead and slip our phone in. You have to be doing this correctly though. So you bend the whole front section down like this, slide it in like that, and then pull the top on. So it's almost got it's got rails here for it to slide in and out on to guide it up to that USB-C port, so you don't have to worry about bending, cracking, or breaking that. And the reverse, we pull the top off, boom, slide it right out. She's chunky, but your phone shouldn't die now. It says you have to press and hold this button for 3 seconds to start charging. Is it fast charging? No. Do you need fast charging when your phone case is what's charging it? I would say no. If I plug it in to charge my phone and it, will it charge? It charges both at the same time. So if you plug into the case, it'll charge both at the same time, but it'll also keep your phone charged. And then you also have wireless charging. So if you are just like a super mega heavy user of your phone, you shouldn't have any excuses at that point, right? We can plug it in, we can use a wireless charger, it charges your phone should never die. I hope. So that is our charging phone case and wireless charging itself phone case from Nudry. Next is our vegan leather case. I got this one, this actually came with my phone from Samsung, and it is a $50 vegan leather phone case. I've actually been using this one for quite a while already, and I don't hate it. I kind of like the texture. I found a tan pop socket that's not even close to this. I think they call this taupe. Yeah, it's a taupe phone case, and this one, super simple, works out. I like the leathery texture. However, I have noticed that these little buttons here are metal. It's kind of a cool feature, but it is also very slim. It's almost exactly flush with your lenses. Just probably the most sleek package here. We'll verify that after we test all of them. And then last but not least, we have the one that was most controversial that I've actually recently reviewed. This is a D-brand grip case. This is $55 grip case. We know where you live. Share on social media. It does come with a dusting cloth. That's very nice. And then we have our grip case. And this one has been out for a while. And this one also has the mag charging. So if I bring my charger over here, we can, just like that, holds right on. It's even got the alignment magnet there. Let's go ahead and drop our phone in here. Oh, it's tight. There we go. And this one also is surprisingly flush with the lenses. And has this very, I don't know if we're gonna be able to see this with this camera here. So there's this like super micro texture here that gives like grip to it. It's pretty cool. And then I am a big fan of Jerry Rig Everything. And while this phone case has been out essentially since the phone came out, I had to wait to get the Jerry Rig Everything teardown skin. So they have the X-ray skin, but I wanted the teardown skin. I like the teardown skin style. So I made sure to hold out for that guy. And we're gonna go ahead and install this guy right now. You should watch the tutorial. And if you don't know how to, right here, dbrand.com/how, and they literally have a tutorial video on how to install this. The first time I did it, I didn't do it right. I also think I ragged on these guys pretty hard, being like, this is just a sticker. I'm so annoyed that this is just a sticker, but fact is, this is probably the nicest sticker ever. This is a really high-end and durable vinyl that they use. I already got a ripple in my skin. No. Let's see if we can save it here. Like a glove. It is a very, like, exactly fit one. Like this one, that's difficult. I think D-brand should just come, like these should come pre-applied. I know it's difficult, but like they should have a robot do this or have a person who like pre-applies these and gets them right, because man, that's hard. Getting that just right is so difficult. I'm also really surprised how glossy that skin is. If we look here at my X-ray skin, it is absolutely matte. I wish that this was that kind of matte, but here it is. You got Easter eggs like subscribe, All right, and that is all 10 of our phone cases that we are going to be testing out. I'm going to test every single one of them for at least one day and let you know what I think of each one. I'm going to start with the cheapest one and work my way to the most expensive, and at the end of it all, we'll give you a final review. So stick around for that because it's coming right now. All right, so it's been a week or two, and I've now tried out every single one of those cases that I did the unboxing on, and this is the last one that I finished on, the $55 case. And let's go ahead and just go through each one and talk about my pros and cons after having real world experience with them on a day-to-day basis. So, starting with our $5 phone case here, pros and cons on this guy. It is super duper flexible, which is nice, but also it kind of is a bit of a con because it feels like it's going to like fall off. Like it's so flexible that like the case in regular use would flip off like that. It's not very grippy. While it does have a little bit of texturing to it right there, it isn't super grippy. I found myself almost feeling like I can't hold on to it very well, so I ended up throwing you can kind of see the remnants of a pop socket on there. These extra knuckled out corners and stuff will help to keep your screen safe because it will keep it off of the surface, but also will protect it from corner impacts, which is most likely to cause the most damage. But other than that, for a $5 phone case, it's great. It's great. Let's go ahead and move on to the $10 case. This is our $10 phone case with the sliding cover on it here, as well as a flip out lever. Fingernails. You can use it as like a kickstand or to keep your finger wrapped on it. That's fine and all, but it's also a little loud. So if I'm in like a room where something's happening and I want to be able to like use my kickstand on this guy, I can't just flip it out like this because this is almost like a useless level. So you have to like turn it at like a little bit of an angle for it to be able to like get your finger in there. Because it's also kind of a big hole. Unless you got big old fat sausage fingers. Like, I got little fingers, I guess. But like I mentioned at the beginning, it has this little privacy cover that kind of latches into place. It's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Also, I am a big Popsocket user, and this is not going to be Popsocket compatible. This right here, also you have to have fingernails for it. There we go. This right here is going to be like replacing your pop socket. And I don't know, I'm not sold on it because to set it down at an angle like this, it has to be at a pretty steep angle, and you have to have this facing the right way to have it hold up this way, versus like if I try and flip it, it's just going to close on itself and then fall flat. It's not great, but for $10, it's fine. If you're not a pop socket person, you like the privacy cover, this is a great place to start from for just $10. It also has the general protections that you get from a phone case. Now for the $15 phone case, this is one that I had actually gotten when I first bought this one. And it's a two-piece phone case, so you'll actually take this rubber case here and slide it onto your phone, which makes it really easy to install, and then you take the hard cover shell and then click it on as well, just like that. And there you go. However, this hard shell feels very brittle, and I worry that like over time from just use, and I fidget, and so I find myself, I would be fidgeting with this. I can see myself somehow breaking these little lips and sections of this that are a little more brittle. I can see that breaking off. However, the case feels fine. It's got a grippy texture to it, but the material it's made out of makes it feel less grippy. I don't know how to describe it. It's like rhino lining, but it's smoother. It's fine. For $15, I don't know that it provides that much more, unless you're like worried about, like one of the features it does offer is this little lens protector. So if that's something that you actually want, yeah, sure, this offers that, and for 15 bucks you get that. But that's something that not necessarily I want. And on to one of the two $20 cases. This one is actually the first one that got me excited about MagSafe. I'm not a big fan of like clear phone cases. It's fine, but I would honestly, I would have loved this phone case if it was just a color. Like, even though it's not super grippy, it's really thin though. So when I put my phone in here, the MagSafe lines up perfectly, so you get wireless charging with this case, and also you can add accessories like this. It came with a kickstand pop socket-ish thing, and that's fine, but I very quickly went ahead and got on Amazon and ordered a proper pop socket that will work great with all of my car mounts and things like that. So this guy, and it holds on great. Not worried about that at all. So you can also get one that has like this alignment on there so that it can align with that. And so you can just pop that on there and boom, it's now aligned. And then when you need to, if you ever need to wirelessly charge it, you can pull that off. And say you have like a MagSafe compatible wireless charging brick, boom, it's on there, it's aligned, and we're charging. Just like that. I really fell in love with these MagSafes with this one. For $20, this is a fantastic case. I wish it was a little more grippy, but it's fine. Honestly, it might be worth it to you to look for a case that's more aesthetically pleasing to you, but also look for that MagSafe. That's really cool. So there's tons of options. Also, I almost forgot, if you already have pop sockets and stuff, you can actually just get this flat metal base that you can throw on here like that. And then say you have just a replacement adhesive pads for these, and then drop your pop socket in there and boom, and now you have a removable pop socket. Just like that. One thing to keep in mind with these though is that it definitely adds some thickness to all of your phone cases. So if thickness is a problem, maybe pop sockets aren't gonna be the thing for you. But for me, I'm a fan of all these pop sockets and MagSafe. I kind of briefly went over this little knockoff pop socket. It's okay. You have to have fingernails to then pop it up. You can kind of see there's a lip there. You have to pop it out, and then there's a piece here where it can insert in to be kind of a kickstand, or you can use it to hold your hand, or you can kind of see how it works. It's just two little rubber ribbons. And so you'll put your fingers around that, turn that at a 45-degree angle, and you can hold your phone just fine. It is not compatible with pop socket mounts in your car and stuff like that because it is so floppy, your phone will just kind of hang down like this. The charging port is also a little too narrow for things like a bulky charger. I have this charger with a like display built into it, and this one is a little too bulky to charge with this phone case. So that is the $20 phone case. That one kind of jumped around. A lot of things all kind of came in at the same time with all of these like different MagSafe charging methods. The MagSafe compatibility, really cool. Probably the one biggest thing I'll ever give to Apple kudos on MagSafe. I like that. And then on to our second $20 charger. This is one that's very similar to an early one that has that sliding cover, but this one is more satisfying. You can kind of see this swirl pattern. It makes it a lot easier to grip it, to slide it back and forth, and you can hear it locks into place so that it's not just going to pop right open. You have to actually push to force it open. It's not going to open up in your pocket or anything like that. If you are concerned with privacy with that, that is very nice. And it also has a built-in wallet. It can hold up to 5 cards, credit cards, driver's license, things like that. So you do have to have a fairly slim wallet, but it does put everything all in one. So if you're a man like me, you think keys, phone, wallet, well, I got phone and wallet in one. All I gotta do is find my keys. I do wanna mention this grippy texture on the side. That actually does instill some confidence. It's actually a useful texture as opposed to some other ones that I've run into in this test, that the texture that they add to the side of these didn't actually add any function. While if you have cards in there, they might fall out. It does double as a kickstand for your phone. You can, there you go, set it up that way, set it up that way, and it will work as a kickstand, but your cards might fall out, so. Otherwise, it is pop socket compatible. You can kind of see the remnants of my pop socket that I put on there while I was using this. That does make it quite bulky though. Adding on a wallet and a pop socket really adds to the depth of this guy. And of course, with this case, you do lose wireless charging capability at all. But overall, I found it really handy to have like the wallet built into it, everything. It like, while you are adding bulk to your phone, you're reducing the bulk in your pocket because it's a phone and a wallet all in one. But the last thing I wanted to mention is how it's not bulky enough in the charging port. I ran into the same issue where my charging cable doesn't quite fit in there with this case on. So this case is not necessarily compatible with bulkier charging cables. And so that is our second $20 case, and also our second one with the sliding privacy cover. That's so satisfying. I love this texture. It's just built better, obviously. Twice as good for twice the price. Next is our $25 phone case. This one is actually recommended by Digital David. I put out a post on my community tabs asking, hey, what phone cases do you use? Do you recommend? Do you like? And he recommended SpyGen. So I went and found a SpyGen phone case and added that to the roster. And honestly, I was impressed. I really like the cooling abilities of it and how slim it is. It feels sturdy. It also has this ribbed edge right here. It does add a nice amount of grip to be able to add to your phone. However, with this super cooling texture and style, you can kind of see that I had a pop socket on there. And it also has kind of an oily finish to it, so it didn't want to stick at first, so I actually had to like stick it on, hold it on, and I ended up putting it under my leg and sat on it for a few hours to just really get that pop socket to stick on there. However, if you're not a pop socket user, this is so slim. I think you'll love these phone cases. I think I like the cooling feel to it. Like it actually like feels like a cold piece of metal almost because of this extra spacing, the radiating of like, if you're a gamer, this would be really cool case to have. One last thing I do want to mention before we move on to the next one, the $25 case is also one of the lightest feeling cases. So if you want to be super minimalist, this is one to go for. Next one is our Zag phone case. Very simple, minimalist, but at a solid price of $30. There's not a whole lot I want to mention about this one. It charged fine, it worked fine, but overall it is slippery. It's not very grippy at all. Like even though it has this like, there's a texture on here, it's not very grippy, but also because of this texture on the back, it's not pop socket friendly, so you'll have to like really make sure you're getting your pop socket on there if you want it to hold. This is one of the ones I was the most not a fan of. Aside from our $5 phone case that was super flexible and bendy, I felt like it was gonna fall off. This one, it just feels slippery. I didn't love it. I didn't love it, and for $30, I didn't think it was worth it. And then on to our $40 phone case that has a built-in battery on it. Also wireless charging, as you can see from this logo. So the install on this one, if you've forgotten, is you have to bend this whole top section back to then be able to slide your phone in like this into that charging port there, just like that. And then when you're ready to charge, you press and hold this. It says right there for 3 seconds and it'll turn on. And it'll now start charging your phone. And then if you want to charge simultaneously, you can charge through this port. So the built-in battery is 5,000 milliamp hours, which is enough to charge my phone entirely. It basically doubles my battery. However, it is definitely a bulky phone case. The texture feels like it's supposed to be grippy. It's like rubbery. It's not as bad as the Zag case, but it's not fantastic grip-wise. So I ended up throwing on with one of my pop sockets I ordered here, this one specifically. It came with this little metal ring that you can stick on there and then turn any phone case into a MagSafe style phone case. So now it's pop socket friendly, which also again adds to the bulk of this poor guy. Even brand new, the charging port is a little bit wiggly, so I can't say anything about the longevity of it, but I would be concerned about the longevity of the charging port for this phone case. When it is charging though, even if like this one here is a 45 watt fast charger, this will still only charge if you're running through this case at 10 watts. So make sure you're planning for that. You can't use fast charging if you're on the case. So if you need to charge up real quick and then get going again, you can't do that with this guy. One other thing I ran into is the buttons on this guy were a little bit difficult to push. Wouldn't say I'm in love with how that performed, but it's not terrible. Actually, one of our future ones here is even worse. And last thing I do want to say is honestly, even after just having this for a day, I feel like I got used to the bulk of having this case, even with a pop socket on it. For 40 bucks, I say that's a decent value, especially if you're able to double your battery life. Even when you're running 2 to 4 years down the road on this phone, your battery life will be extended and So when your battery starts wearing out on your own phone, you can put this guy in place to get extended life of your device rather than throwing it away and getting a new one. All right, and on to our $50 case. This is the Samsung vegan leather phone case that came with my phone when I bought it. As you can see, I have a matching pop socket on there, and this also is one of the slimmest phone cases I have. I haven't measured it. I don't think I have a tool that can measure like that, but it is arguably thinner, if not just as thin as our SpyGen phone case that was super thin. This guy is super thin, sleek, and does provide all of the general protection that you would want from a phone case. Also, I really like how perfectly flush our lenses are here with the phone case. So granted, if something's sticking up, it can get the lens, but anything on a flat surface, it's never gonna scratch it. Most of these phone cases do have a little bit of a front lip, so if you set this down face down on a surface, it's not going to be resting on the glass itself. While this is the one that I have tested the longest because I've had it on the phone the longest, one thing that I am not super excited about is after just a couple of months, you can see the leather is already peeling back because yes, it's a phone case and that's there. If I drop it, well, I have dropped it and it's damaged the leather, and now the leather is peeling away. Even though it's a vegan leather, it's not real, it still has that leathery feel that's very satisfying to hold and to touch. It's just kind of feels natural and real. I don't think I wrote this down, but these volume rockers are metal and they stick up just a little bit, but that little bit is just enough to pull the threads in my pockets. If there's a loose thread, it will get caught on it and start pulling threads in my pocket. That was super frustrating. But otherwise, fantastic phone case. But it is the second most expensive one we're looking at today at $50. So that's something to keep in mind. And last, the D brand phone case, the one that is 11 times more expensive than our cheapest phone case today at $55. This is the D brand Jerry Rig Everything teardown case, so you can see the actual internals of this phone right here. And they've even added a couple of Easter eggs like scratches at a level 7 with deeper grooves at a level 8, pointing out that among the most popular flagships, this is the hardest glass. But there's a bunch of other Easter eggs you can find on there if you guys want to investigate. But also, if you look on the inside of the case, you can see it has our MagSafe wireless charging right there in the center, meaning that we can still use our pop sockets. There it is, locks in place. Or even you can just throw on a wireless charging brick, and there you go. And again, I'm a big fan of this one because you can add the pop socket to it. It's pop socket compatible, and then where it has the MagSafe, you can slide that pop socket on and off and still use wireless charging with this phone. Whereas traditional phone cases that don't have MagSafe, if you have a pop socket on there, you lose access to wireless charging without taking the phone case off entirely. One other very important thing I want to bring up here. I'm gonna see how well we can get this to be represented, but the micro texture on this guy makes it super grippy even when it's wet, which makes it super useful if it's dirty and wet and grimy. However, it is one of the thicker phone cases. You can see that here if you look closely at our lenses. They are a little bit recessed, and in my opinion, it is definitely the most stylish, but the biggest frustration with this phone case, aside from it being a little bit bulky for what it is, these buttons are so hard to push. The volume up and down, and then the power button. While the power button is actually not too bad, the volume buttons on this guy are a little frustrating sometimes. I don't feel like I'm actually pushing them. And of course right now while I'm filming it's not a problem, but I was sitting on a plane earlier this week and I couldn't even push. I was like sitting there and I had to like two-hand push the volume button because it just required a little extra pressure. Maybe over time the plastic will break in so it'll push easier, but I'm not a fan of the volume rocker buttons on this D brand. A little bit too sturdy. That's a weird thing to say, right? Will I continue to rock the most expensive phone case? I don't know. Will I go with the thinnest one? Maybe. This is probably my second favorite, next to the D brand case and our $20 MagSafe case. If I could find one somewhere in between that has the grippy texture of this one and style, but also still has MagSafe compatibility, I think I might go for something like that. But that is the $5 to $55 comparison. What are your thoughts? Where do you land on the price range of phone case investment? I know it's like insurance for your phone. I spent, you know, $1,500 on a new cell phone. How much are you going to spend to protect that investment on yourself? Are you going to spend the bare minimum, $5, and get a case that just works and honestly, for most people, will be just fine for the lifetime that they have that phone? Or are you gonna go for something super cool, stylish, and a little bit extra with the D brand case? Let me know where you land, what you think. Are you a super user that needs the batteries? Are you a gamer that needs to keep it cool? Or do you actually like a clear phone case? Maybe you need some security, a built-in wallet. Let me know in the comments below. I want to know where you guys stand with your phone cases. If you're a user of Popsocket or not. I really am curious about my audience and what it is you guys like. I've talked about all of my preferences, but I'd really like to know yours. So in the comments below, leave those for me. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I will have links to every single one of these phone cases for you down in the description below. I am an Amazon affiliate, so using those affiliate links do help to support this channel with no additional cost to you. So go ahead and click those and do your shopping from there to kind of get a guide and an idea of whatever it is you want, you need for your phone case. Whether it is the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra or any other phone out there on the market. Most of these cases are fairly similar and do cross across product lines. So if you have any questions, anything else, again, comment section is open to all of you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.